Ladies and gentlemen, today, December 5th, 2022, is my birthday. And what better way to celebrate my birthday than with all of you? I got a great birthday present this year in the form of a game sent to me by somebody named Leo. This game was a wonderful birthday present. It lifted my spirits. Birthday celebrators are different. Some people like to get everybody together, have a fantastic dinner, and live their best life. And some people are very edgy. They think birthdays are not worth celebrating because it's just 1 year closer, one step closer to being buried in the ground. I like to keep things a little bit more low-key on my birthday. I don't really think I'm one step closer to dying necessarily, but, there's nothing incredibly special except you get a little bit more attention on your birthday. And my wife got me some really, really tasty, really giant chocolate chip cookies, which is is the best thing ever, with the exception of the game that I'm about to show you. So, and what's funny about the game that I'm about to show you is that last year for my birthday, we covered Magnus versus Nepo World Championship. Well, 1 year later, we are covering a matchup of two 300s. 400s. Apologies. Our opponents, our protagonists are Leo from the US and Ampici from Romania, but has a very Italian-sounding name. The game that you are about to witness is just incredible, and I'm going to take you through it. We're going to laugh, we're going to cry, we're going to experience a lot of emotions, and then I'm going to go downstairs and finish the Japan-Croatia matchup because Croatia just scored, and it's 1-1, so I'd like to finish this matchup. That'd be great. Okay, let's begin our analysis. We have e4, a6. We're off to a good start. Okay, knight c3, b5 by black. And white plays the move d3. A little bit reserved. And just generally, when you're going to deal with offbeat, non-center taking openings, you want to take as much real estate in the center as you can. I mean, this really is the meta. The best move here for white, without question, according to the computer, is the move d4. A close second is actually g3. Because the bishop comes here and you reserve the option to play this move because the bishop can't go out to its natural developing squares over here. But okay, d3 played. Now, you would think that a6, b5 would mean that black is going to fianchetto, e6, and so on. We forget that black is rated 400. Black has no idea what their next move is. Neither does white. Neither does any spectator. Black plays c6. Now, c6 is a fascinating move, because it completely negates the development of this bishop, and not only that, it actually takes away the natural developing square of the knight. c6 is a very bad move, but it's not losing. That's the magical thing about chess. It's only 0.8, because you can just push that pawn on the next turn. So white in this position plays bishop f4. I like this. I mean, I have to say I like it, just developing a piece. But I would suggest and I would urge all newbies to develop their knights first because the knights are less flexible. You already really know where the knights are going to go. You don't know where the bishops are going to go yet. They might go 2 squares, 3 squares, 4 squares. So develop the knights first and take as much central space as possible. Now again, you do not know what black's next move is going to be. Black plays the move d6. Very cagey setup by black, just 6th rank, a little bit on the outside there. And once again, white can develop a knight, white can develop a bishop. White chooses to develop a queen. I can't say I hate this move, but for some reason now black is much better, which is very weird. The computer just hates this move so much. The computer wants black now to play e5, and when the bishop retreats, to just develop naturally and just forget that any of this happened. And basically, white's setup is actually bad because the queen is not doing anything on this square. And I would just sort of urge people not to develop their queens if the queen has no threat or prospect in the future, okay? There's just no threat right now. You're just not going to accomplish anything. Now, black plays queen a5. This is an excellent move. I don't care what the computer says. Queen a5 is a wonderful move because you are actually threatening to apply some pressure. That's the difference. This queen is just sort of standing around. Now, what white wants to do here is to maybe come back and block this pin. The last thing that you want to do here with white is to castle. I know it looks appealing, and I know that you can actually do it because you've cleared out all your pieces. You do not want to castle queenside here because black just indicated that they would like to do battle on that side of the board. They brought their most powerful piece there, and they can play b4, which would remove the defense of this. So you definitely don't want to play long castles, which is why white plays long castles. So now white is losing. White is losing because of the move b4, and as it turns out, Black is just a grandmaster in hiding. Black was just a Trojan horse. And if you're wondering, by the way, about Black's profile picture, that's a Romanian cheese donut that I looked up. I forgot what it's called. Now, a lot of interesting things happen. So, first of all, the knight retreats, and Black just plays queen takes a2. I mean, this is some brilliant strategy, really. Black has just done an incredible job here early on. But that wouldn't be the entire story, because then, well, obviously that wouldn't be... that would just be the end of the game. So, queen a1 is kind of a threat, but the king can always escape, so you don't really need to acknowledge it. You can kind of counterattack, just in general. If you're being attacked on the edge of the board, it's good to strike back in the center. You want to develop pieces as fast as possible here. You're totally safe against the move queen a1, as I said, because of the move king d2. So white plays the move rook to d2, blocks the escape, and blunders checkmate in one. Rook d2 is legitimately the worst move that Leo could have played, unless Leo wanted to play the move bishop to d2. So both of those moves get checkmated in one. White has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 27 legal moves. And out of all those moves, white decides to blunder checkmate in one. But you probably already know by now, there is no chance this move happens. Black plays bishop e6. Not only does black play bishop to e6, in this position, black has 9 minutes on the clock and plays this move in 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Yeah, 2 seconds. White plays c3, kicking out some room for the king. c3 loses the game to once again queen a1 check, king to c2, and this is checkmate. But black plays this first. So we now go from all the way from m2, mate in 2, mate in 1, to -4. The idea was to go here, but when you do things in a non-forcing way in chess, players get to figure out solutions, and white finds the only way of surviving here, which is to make sure the king escapes. King d1, check, knight c1, white is safe. Oh no. Oh no. So what does black have to do now? Black actually really should develop the pieces, because if black doesn't develop the pieces, black is not going to be able to do any damage here. That's not the way to go. c5 is not the way. Advantage back to white. d4, the best move on the board, and counterattack is ready. It was like second best move, but it doesn't matter. Now, black is 400, so black takes on d4. And here, white takes back, black develops, and white immediately seizes control with a fork, and now white is doing very well. Okay, so attack on the bishop, attack on the knight. White is very happy. Black plays the move bishop takes d5. Now, if you're going to lose one of these two pieces, you want to keep the bishop. You're going to lose a bishop or a knight. I would go here and keep this. Bishop takes d5 is not the right way to do it, because now you still have to move the knight. But okay, knight b4. Now there's a big threat here. Maybe. Rook c8. Something taking here. White plays the best move of the game thus far. Queen takes b3. Attacks the knight. Knight can now no longer get in. Black decides, I'm still going to attack on c1. White here can defend that by moving the rook or moving the knight. Instead of either of those moves, white takes the knight, and all of a sudden, in comes black. It is a miracle this is not checkmate. There is no way white saw that. King e2, and now rook takes f1. Now, I gotta tell you, this looks terrifying. But you know what else looks terrifying? This king has no pieces. Just no pieces at all, in either direction. King is wide open. Wide open, and obviously here, any normal chess player would play queen to b8 check, right, Leo? What? I get it. Leo wanted to be sneaky, okay? Instead of going down to b8, Leo wants mate in 1. But Leo forgets there is another person on the other side who's going to prevent him from doing what he wants. Right? So right now, black is going to start giving checks and forcing the king out into the open. Right? That's what black is going to... No, black respects the threat and goes queen. Wait, but what about the rook? The rook is free. This is just a free rook now. Not only is it a free rook, you can go down here and then trade queens. Trade the queens and take the rook. I mean, at the very least, trade the queens and take the rook. But Leo knows that a pawn is worth more. He takes a pawn instead of doing the rook. The rook's just here. It's a miracle this rook has survived. Okay, now the rook should go here to escape down the file. No, the rook goes here, just totally stuck behind a pawn. Just no questions asked. Completely stuck behind a pawn. Now you see queen and king like this, you gotta go rook c2, rook c8. That's what you need to do. You gotta go rook c2, rook c8. White plays check, block, check, block. Well, what are we gonna do? We're gonna make a draw? No, queen b4. Well, now it's time for black to develop some pieces. Uh-oh. Now black realizes I can't do battle. Oh my goodness, I can't do battle without my pieces. Yet now Leo finds this move. But Leo should have found that move a move ago, and he realized he can't develop any pieces. Can't move his pieces at all. Now black plays e5. Oh my goodness. Now the best move here is en passant, but players who have this rating don't know that that's a rule, and players who have that rating combined don't know that that's a rule. So yeah, you can't really, be mad that he didn't find it. Leo plays bishop back to c1. I don't hate that move. It kind of tries to trap the rook. Bishop c1 is a very creative move. I really like it. The idea is to develop the knight. Now, knight takes d5, free pawn attacks the queen, must be a good move. It's a horrible move because white just responds very quickly. Always look for checks, and that knight is loose. Bye. All right, now white wins the knight. Fantastic stuff. And as a bonus, white can go here and trap the rook, which was Leo's entire idea because Leo is a genius. Now that doesn't quite happen because we have queen a4, but queen a4 is an insane move because again, the king has no defense, so boom! Boom! Oh my goodness, the king is being hunted out into the open, but wait, white has no more checks. Uh-oh. White doesn't have any more checks, which means what's white gonna... Oh no! Oh no, now queen takes d1! I mean, queen to d1, not queen takes d1. Oh my goodness. Instead of that, black plays rook takes b2 check, which loses a rook. Now, the only reason it's not totally lost is because there's a fork, which they didn't see. Nobody saw rook takes b2 was defended. You know why? Because white went here. Oh, and to add insult to injury, he then lost the rook too. He just lost both pieces. Just like this, it was going so well and then it wasn't. Now, by some sort of miracle of chess gods, black went here and gave up the rook and then gave up both. Now, black is still completely winning because the king is in the open with all these pieces. And if you just go down here, for example, you just don't do anything, white will never, ever move a single piece, like ever. And here's a nice way you can win the game very quickly with a pawn checkmate. Like, you can just win so quickly here because white has no defense. I mean, you should be able to win this game 99 times out of 100. And this is the one time out of 100 you ain't gonna win it. Bishop g5 check, king to f3. I mean, it's made a million different ways. You have to give a check here, and by mistake, it will be checkmate. Check. Okay, little passive. Why forward? Why are you running for... Oh, and why is black playing defense? Folks, when the king is on g4, just give checks. You have no time for moves like f6. You watch how you can win the game by mistake. Like, you can just accidentally checkmate someone here. You just give checks like 200 you're gonna win by accident. Look, it won't even let me make the moves. I mean, it's over. But why why? Rook, oh god, he hung the rook again. Oh my god, black didn't take. Oh, develop the knight. No, you gotta move the knight. You gotta, no. Check. It's mate. Queen, just be a little bit more aggressive. Okay, all right. Yeah, see, now the king's gonna escape this way probably. Okay. Check. Yup. Oh, take. Queen g2. No, just what? Why are you not taking on G? Okay. What? All right. I could have just taken with the bishop, but okay. Check. Queen e4. Oh my gosh, great move. Wow, take the pawn maybe? Okay. All right, I don't know. Check with a something. Check with something. Okay, queen takes. But now here comes the knight. And I understand it's mate in 3. Look, I get it. I get it's mate in 3. But now this is the problem because white is now going to get confident because white actually got some pieces out. Like, the longer you survive death in a position like this, the more confident you get. Black plays queen e4 check, king h5, and now there's 2 mates in 1. I told you, you could get checkmate here by accident. Literally by accident, okay? You give a check, the king runs 2 actively, pawn check is mate. Game over. You can even follow the queen to the corner. Queen h4, mate in 1. Game is over. Like, you can just win by mistake. So what does black do, right? You got to check. You got to check somehow. g6, queen h4. What was the overlap between g6 and queen h4? Queen g6. So you have g6 and queen h4. You move the wrong piece to the right square. Queen g... All right. Okay. King goes back. Let's try that one more time. Okay. We're trying that one more time. Bishop somewhere. Give a check. Okay. King comes back. All right. Check. It's got to be mate sometime. Oh, my goodness. Mate in 9 again. Check. Why are you moving the king? The king cannot check the king. You do not move the king here. You know why you don't move the king here? Because moving the king in this position reminds your opponent, oh, hey, they have a king. I can just attack the king. Check. Right, and now white is going to win some time. White is just going to get a little more confidence here. Not only does white get more confidence, white checks again. White checks again. Do you see where this is going? Black has an option here. Move the king here, here, or here. Black goes here. White checkmates.